It's been a long time. Welcome back. Welcome back to myself. As y'all know, I have this bad habit. I'm trying to do better. I had there's a video I uploaded recently. I already had it done. I just needed to upload it. But how are y'all doing? I'm doing okay. I'm doing really okay. There's a lot that's happened in my life. And right now, my fucking tooth hurts right now. Like as long as I don't have it like against other teeth, it doesn't hurt. But as soon as I like try to bite, it's like bruised. If it's really annoying, and I need to get this particular tooth pulled. I have it scheduled, but I scheduled it for January. Probably gonna try to schedule it sooner because I want to get this shit out now. And I'll get into that and the whole insurance. Actually, I'll do that first before we get back into the fucking movie I was talking to y'all about. Cause bitch, I miss talking about it. I miss it. I got the whole documents and everything on me right now too. Like, ooh, I'm ready. But yeah, no. So we're back. And I added some mods. Here it is. We need to name this. Oh, we'll just name it Clocked In Creator. Creator save. Okay, bitch, period. Oh, and I don't know if y'all know, and I should have let y'all know before, but I do stream here and there, so I do stream, babes. But yeah, let's get back into with the price family girl. Where they at? They at? All right. But yeah, I've got a lot I want to talk about today. I don't know if it's gonna fit in one video. Hopefully it does, but we'll see. We will see. So we're back at it. So I think what I'm gonna do, because it's become a little difficult talking while also playing this. Because I don't know if y'all know, but like I'm playing this as I'm talking, so like I'm kind of doing two things at once, splitting my attention. Okay, but anyways, okay, you need to use the bathroom. Use the bathroom, babes. So I think we're gonna first start with my fucking tooth. So for a while, before. Oh, pregnancy configuration. Okay. Yeah, I added the the mod where like it just adds more depth to the relationships because I'm like, yo, Sims would be nowhere without fucking mods. Okay, bitch. Okay. It's good to hear your voice, London. I wanted to ask you if I should get to know Clara Burgenson. I mean, London don't really know her for real, but like from what she has heard is that she's rich. So girl, I think you should go for it. Okay. In this economy, we need money. We need money. But we'll start with my tooth. So at the moment, I need to get this fucking tooth pulled. Okay, I've been needing to get this tooth pulled. First I needed to get a root canal, like a root canal surgery. But my ass didn't have a job for a while, and like I just ignored it. Well, I didn't ignore it. I just didn't have a job, and I was like, I don't have the money really to be doing that, so I gotta thug it out. And so that's what the fuck I did. Now, with that being said, it resulted into the tooth being broken. Yeah, the tooth's broken. So now my like the where the tooth is, it's exposed. Like it's an open space exposed, right? So it's really a fucking bitch and a half when it get. I don't wish the pain that comes with like hitting the nerve in like your gum, like in the tooth hole, because when I tell you that shit hurts, because it's not like a pinch, you know, like when you get pinched, it's just like it's quick, it's like, oh, you know, it doesn't linger. Whereas with this, it lingers, and it doesn't just linger where the tooth location is, it also travels up to your eye into the, like somewhat of the side of your face. It's really annoying because, you know, the human body, all the nerves are connected and everything, and it's fucking annoying. But I need to get that done. I have that scheduled. I need to get that. Our algorithms, okay. Our data algorithm suggests that your item is free. Would you like to see? Okay, let's see. View the results. Let's see what's going on. Girl, we need money, bitch. So, yeah, fuck it. Okay. But yeah, so that's going on. Hopefully, and it does. It's usually never like this. Like, I had I've had it like this for a little bit, for like a couple months, and like I've never had this sore feeling that I'm having now. So I'm hoping and wishing, like, when I'm praying when I wake up tomorrow, that it fucking goes away. Because it could be the way I brush my teeth or some shit. I could have been too aggressive or some shit like that. Who fucking knows? But yeah, that's happening. I'm trying to hurry up and get that done because like it's making it really fucking difficult to eat. Then apparently I need a crown on my other tooth on the because the one where I need to get my tooth pulled is on my left side. The one that I need a crown is on my right. When I tell you this whole insurance shit here is fucking annoying, it's like, bro, what's the point of insurance if it doesn't cover all of it? I don't understand. I don't because my dental insurance does not cover crowns all the way. Nor do I think there is a insurance that actually covers crowns all the way. Like you still have to pay a portion. I'm just like, and as y'all know, I work for an insurance company, and this shit is annoying. Like I hate dealing. I can't even look at prescription commercials the same anymore because of my job. Because they don't tell you on the they don't tell you on prescription commercials like Zepbound or Ozempic or any of them that, oh, this needs a prioritization, or oh, this is $2,000 to obtain. They don't tell you none of that, right? The commercials make it seem like it's just so easy to obtain and get when it's really not. A lot of the times it's really not, and that's so irritating to me because me, like my like people who work in that field, we have to deal with the backlash. We have to deal with that, and that's so It's so disheartening for the people, for the consumer, but also really annoying as my job. It's really really annoying. But anyhow, besides that, basically the crown is more expensive than motherfucking getting the tooth pulled, which is honestly interesting to me. Because how is it that getting a crown is more expensive than getting a fucking tooth pulled? All right, so yes, the crown is like $1,000. Getting the tooth pulled with insurance is $374. I can pay for the $374. Still a lot of fucking money, but I can pay for that. Now the $1,000, I have to save up, and I'm not trying to miss no more fucking teeth. I already got some insecurities missing one tooth as it is, about to miss one tooth as it is. It's really fucking annoying. Anyways, now that happened, girl, look at you cook, bitch, period. Because I mean, you need food, and ooh, girl, but I need to get that done. I need to get that done real bad. But school has ended for me. And if I sound a little weird, I'm trying to not bite on my like teeth, because if I do, it's gonna hurt like a bitch. So I may sound a little weird, but school's ended for me, and I have to save up again, and that's $4,100, and I've been paying out of pocket. I don't do the monthly payments. No, I pay that shit all in one, because I hate having to deal with prescriptions. I hate having to pay something monthly. I'll pay something annually, but I hate monthly payments. I hate it. I hate it so much, because when you look at it on like a whole year, that's a lot of money out of your account. And it's just like, I got other things I need to spend money on, and not only that, I'm trying to save up to get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be here in America for the rest of my life, because I don't want to have to keep the weighing anxiety of insurance, and I don't want to get sick because I don't want to have to pay the bill. Like, I'm more worried about the bill than my own fucking well-being, and that is a problem. No, that's a fucking problem. And I don't feel like it's fair to have to rely on the option of the military being a way of doing that, rather than actually having a public service that allows that. There's a such thing as universal health care. We have none of that. But you know what? That's for another day. I fucking digress. So that happened. And like recently, as y'all know, I'm gay, I'm a faggot, I'm a bag of sticks, as you say. And for a long time, when I've always wanted to be with somebody. But I've also noticed whenever I would get close to being in a relationship, I would get this pushback. Girl, are you pregnant? Ain't no way you're pregnant. Ain't no way you're pregnant. Okay. Cause I'm like, girl, you better not be pregnant. Not right now. We got 2 kids. Y'all got 2 kids. Y'all can't be doing that. You can't be doing that, girl. You can't be doing it. Ugh. But so for like 2 weeks, I just really was not feeling. I really just wasn't feeling it, and I had to let my friends know, and it's just like I felt a little bad, but I needed some time to myself. because I had this encounter with this guy, and it was really, it wasn't bad in itself. It was just that we had such a good vibe, and it's been a minute since I really had a good vibe like that. Like I was like, yo, this could be interesting, you know. And he goes on, and this is why sometimes I hate how I understand shit. I hate understanding shit sometimes and comprehending it, because it ruins sometimes it ruins some things. Sometimes I can't like live, I mean I can if I really wanted to. Like I can live in a fantasy if I really wanted to, but I know deep down in me it just wouldn't do right. I wouldn't do right. It wouldn't be right, you know. Um and he was basically saying in so many words that, you know, he doesn't think a relationship is for him. Da 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 da. He just got out of a breakup. I'm like, why is there so many fucking niggas coming out of a breakup? Get the fuck away from me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the aggression, right? But it's just very much that for. It's very much that. It's very irritating. Like it's very irritating. I'm just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? You know. But anyways, he goes on to state that, you know, his ex cheated on him when he was da 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 da. And he's like, I just think it's better if I had like something like a relationship, but not a relationship. I'm like, what it sounds like is you want the aspects of a relationship without the title. And he's like, yeah, but I also said what it also sounds like is that you're not over your ex. It seems like whenever there's a subject, anything getting close to that, there's some internal pushback. And he said, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I don't like how I understand that. I wish I didn't understand that, because what that tells me is that no, I'm not messing with you. I'm not doing it. Maybe something can come of it, but it's just like I'm not going through the turmoil of something that's not, and nothing's guaranteed, don't get me wrong, but it's just like I don't want to be in a place again where it's like I'm the one who was in the trenches with you and was dealing with you when you was down, and then we need to separate because oh, we're just not great together, and then come to find out 3 months later you're with somebody else in a whole relationship. No, it wasn't that I wasn't you wasn't with me. It's just I wasn't the one you wanted. And I'm used to being the one not wanted. I'm used to that. I'm very much used to that. And so when somebody does want me, not in just a sexual way, because he wanted me in a sexual way, but he also liked my vibe. I'm like, bro, I like your vibe too, but like doing this is not gonna work. It's just not gonna work for my mental and my physical health. Like I'm not gonna drive 2 hours away just for some fucking dick. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, bitch. You got me all the way fucked up. There are so many other things I would be willing to do for driving 2 hours than that. It's not that it's not that I don't like sex, no. It's that I just feel like why is it so, and that really that really annoyed me. It annoyed me not because of where he's at, because I'm not gonna blame him for where he's at in his life, in his stage of life, but it annoys me because it's like I meet so many fucking men who are like that. It's very rare for me to meet a man who's actually like who I find to be interesting. What I mean by interesting is that they want to take me out on a date, and a man that I find attractive. A man that I find attractive and they find me equally attractive. Because I think we all understand that there are people in this world who do find us attractive that may want to take us on a date, but we don't really reciprocate the same. And, you know, unfortunately, unfortunately, that is the reality. You know, you're not attracted to every single person in the world. So I would just love it if somebody that I found attractive surprisingly found me attractive too. You know, it would be interesting, but nah, it's cool. So that happened. And it just like I really just wasn't feeling like talking to anybody. I felt like I just needed some time to myself, and I got some time to myself. I could have honestly stayed. Could have honestly like I could have went a whole other month not talking to nobody, And y'all have to understand, I'm a talkative person. I'm a social person. So me just being radio silent is a very like weird thing. I don't do that. I don't normally do that ever unless I'm really going through it. And it felt like it felt like high school again. And it's been a while since I felt that way, cuz in high school I felt that way all the time. It was a daily, like I woke up that way. I woke up feeling that way. It wasn't even, it was no question. You know, some days would be better than others, but most days I was depressed, very depressed. So that happened, and I'm somewhat over it. So I get that over with, and I think today will just be. I don't think we'll go over the movie today, because I think it's gonna be a short one. But we'll just go over like just I'll just go over what's going on with me. I'll do the movie on the next video where we left off. But yeah, so I that happened, and work has been fucking annoying. I want to get a new job because I work for insurance and I don't get paid enough. I don't get paid. I want to get paid at least $20 an hour. I'm sorry. Like I know like there's a lot of understanding in like my generation, but also in like stats that like there is a big issue with the pay that we're getting. We are not getting paid enough. We are not getting paid enough. We are not getting enough. We're not getting enough. Like we're just not getting paid enough. I would love to get paid $20 an hour working at home so that I can move the fuck out of the country because I still need to get my passport and that's like $600. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get the passport and hopefully eventually I'm able to do that because I don't want to stay here for the rest of my life. I don't want to be stuck here, right? So that that would be nice. That would be real nice, you know. But yeah, so after sorry, I kind of lost train of thought, but after sorry. I'm kind of like I'm trying to think. But yeah, no. After that, I just I started talking to my friends again and everything and stuff. It was nice. But then my phone broke. So I don't know if y'all know, but like my phone was already fucked up. Like it had water damage to the point where it's like it was working to like the screen was lighting up, but the tap like the like the touch screen part would not register. Like it would take 20 times to just press the letter I or press the letter O. And that was a consistent thing. It wasn't just sometimes. No, it was all the time. It was all the time. That's the problem. And that was irritating, but eventually it just went out. So I went without work for 4 days. And that was annoying cuz I need work. I need that money. And you got me fucked up. I don't want to work overtime. I really don't, but I mean if I have to, I have to, unfortunately. You know? So, yeah, that happened, and I basically had to cough up $200 for a new phone. I got the new iPhone 17 Pro Max because I was like, bro, if I'm gonna get a new phone, I might as well just get a brand new one. Like, fuck trying to just get a replacement and prolong it. Nah, bro. I had a 12 Pro Max and I had that bitch since I was in high school. I've had my car since I was in high school. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. I tend to keep the same things until like I feel like it's time to let it go. And basically he was telling me it was time to let it go. That's what it was telling me. So that's what it was. And my brother recently got a haircut. That was cool. That was really cool. Um, that was really cool. He got a haircut, and he's doing that for him. My dad did too. Um, I'm never getting a haircut. There's a reason. There's absolutely a reason. And I was explaining this to my friend. Like, I understand now why I get defensive when it comes to certain subjects. It's not because it's because one of the reasons is because of how much I've had to like go through to get to this point. Like, I don't know, y'all don't know, but like, I didn't always take care of my own hair. I didn't always have a schedule as to like when I'll do my hair, and I didn't always have that, right? Sometimes I would just wear my hair out and just, just go with it, whatever. Right, and I would be questioned by my parents like, when you get a haircut, and I know they're looking out for me. I understand, right, and I understand getting a haircut would be part of their time because my dad cuts our hair. Okay, I'm grateful for having parents who are able to do that because some people don't have that. But the point of the matter is like I've always wanted to just have hair, and as a kid, it's like I would never be able to grow it out properly because either it would be cut because I was in trouble or some other stuff, right? And I'm not saying like my parents are at fault for that. No. But what I am saying is this. I've finally come to a point where I'm like chilling, like I'm good. Like I feel secure in my own self with my hair. I feel confident in my hair. I don't want to give that up right now. I don't. I'm not saying I'll never cut my hair. No. But as of right now, I'm never cutting my hair. No. Fuck that. Absolutely not. It took too much time and effort and frustration to get to the point where I am now. It's so irritating. And so, my mom said, and she was just saying this in a way of like, just trying to say, there's some time, it's time, it seems like times are changing, da 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 da. She was like, have you thought about cutting your hair? I'm like, no. But I came off defensive. And that's because there's a lot that goes into that no. It's not just a plain no. There is not, it's not just a plain no. There's a lot of emotion and struggle in that no. And my mother, she acts like, do you feel like you want to look the same for the rest of your life? And I was like, no, but here's the thing. Y'all don't know what I wear outside of here. And she was like, why don't you get your hair done professionally? I'm like, for like special occasions, sure. But like it took a lot of work and understanding and effort to get where I am with my hair. So no, I'm good. I'm satisfied. It's manageable. I have a schedule. I like doing my own hair. I like doing that. I like doing my own hair. I do. Yes, I do. And oh, I hate these fucking toddlers. It's so fucking annoying. And I was telling her like I get compliments on my hair, on what I wear, on how I walk, and just who the fuck I am. Literally, I was at Walmart. I had a bonnet and some motherfucking shorts and a shirt, and this woman with her friend was like, "Girl, you look good." She was like, "Excuse me." I was like, yeah," and she was like, "You are you are handsome." No, because the way you carry yourself is period. I'm like, "Thank you." And I wasn't wearing nothing crazy. I wasn't wearing a suit. I wasn't stupendously looking. No, I just was who I am. No matter where I go, no matter what I like, it's like I feel, and I've had this conversation with multiple people. It's like, yes, looks do matter, but how you carry yourself also matters as much, if not a little bit more. Because even if you were to wear a fucking trash bag, if you carry yourself in a way where it's just like, nah, you that girl, okay, you that girl. You know what I mean? Like, I have never been disrespected because of what the fuck I'm wearing. I'm not saying that's not possible. Okay, I want you to understand I'm not saying that's not possible, right? And what I am saying is basically like, I'm at a Walmart, bro. I don't really give a fuck if I don't, bruh, being quote unquote presentable. If I'm getting complimented while I'm wearing a bonnet and a fucking shirt and a shorts, I'm good. That's all I know. All right. That's all I know. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. Okay. All I need to know. But, yeah. And I was like, I said that. And I was like, but thank you for the recommendation. And, my mom, she was like, as I was walking upstairs, she was like, did that really happen? And I felt like she felt like, I felt like she felt like she offended me in any way. And she didn't offend me anywhere. No, but I'm starting to realize is that they don't know really who I am. They don't. They don't. And it's in a culmination of there are three things I've noticed that I would always get defensive about and we would always have arguments about. And there are, of course, there are other subjects, but these are the main ones. My hair, my clothes, and my sexuality. Those are the three things, specifically my love life. So those are the three things we would get upset about. And what they all have in common is you don't know, they don't know really what I wear, really how I act, really who I mess with. And so when I hear sentences from them like, "Oh, you need to do this, like you need to do that, you focus on this, you focus on that," you don't know what happens behind closed doors. And so I get defensive because what's happening is that it feels like they're invalidating my experience that does not match what they're saying, and that's not their fault. But at the same time, there is some accountability that I feel like me and my parents have to take because it was made apparent that I need to wear what I want. If I want to wear what I want to wear, I gotta wear it. I gotta wear it separately from Shiloh's eyes. But that also includes theirs because they only see me in this house, you know. And so I'm starting to understand that in order for these misunderstandings to stop, I'm gonna have to merge those two. I'm gonna have to merge those two somehow. I'm gonna have to let them see because there have been times where my mom has seen me in like what I wear. It's been twice, but in those two times, every time it's always shocked her because they didn't really know, you know. So that happened, and no, I'm not cutting my hair ever. Like as of right now, I just refuse. I've come to a point where I'm finally comfortable in it, and I've never come to that point before until now. It's barely even been a year. Like it hasn't even been a year since I've like really been on my hair growth journey or anything like that. Girl, I'm gonna cheat so bad. I want to cheat on this bitch so bad, so bad. Okay, cook. Okay, but grab a serving. Grab a serving. Oh my god, I hate the fucking toddlers. They're irritating. But yeah, like it's just like I'm starting to realize that, and I don't know why I didn't realize that sooner. But yeah, and I'm probably gonna have to have a conversation with my mom about it, so that um, so that we're both aware of that, because I mean we have a trash can. What are you talking about? What do you mean trash cans are required? And then, hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry for the quiet because I'm trying to figure out. Okay, but yeah, like that's what I noticed. I noticed that, and like now that I'm understanding that. All right, what's going on? Why is there a glitch? It's so irritating. So that happened, and yeah, that was interesting, you know, because I don't like having to argue with my parents, and I feel like another reason is because like I live here, so that's another reason. If I didn't live here, I don't think we would have as many arguments about that, you know, because they wouldn't be here. They wouldn't see me as often, right? Because I feel like it's the fact that they see me in the house and like they see what I wear when I leave, but what I wear when I leave and what I wear when I'm out are two different things. Not only that, they don't know I change clothes and shit, you know? Oh my god, this is so irritating. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just gonna do this. Nope. Nope. Like, bro, just bath time, man. Oh my god, are we kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, are we gonna do this? Hold on. Exit the main menu, save and exit. We're gonna have to do this because this is being weird. Yeah, that happened with my parents. That happened with my mom, and it's not an argument. It was just I feel like I get defensive when it comes to. Okay, we're gonna resume. I get defensive when it comes to clothes, my love life, and clothes, my love life, and my hair because, but all three of them bitches, y'all don't know really. Y'all don't know, so they don't know, and it's like to tell me that I'm not pretty enough or I'm not doing enough for myself is crazy because it's like no 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 yes I am, I'm doing plenty, girl. Please just please one of y'all give her a bath, thank you. Thank you. Please just give her a bath. Lord Jesus, why did it take forever? It took forever to do that. Alright, get some sleep. Or playing here. Cause girl. I hate these fucking toddlers. Yeah, so that happened. My dad got a haircut too, as I think I stated. But which is crazy because like I walked downstairs one day, he got a haircut, and I was like, oh, because he just had the top of his hair, like right, he just had the top of his hair, and yeah, that was funny. But yeah, so that happened. Now get into the juicy shit. So I was on Grinder a couple of days ago, and to like if he ever sees this, I want him to. I would name drop, but I'm not doing that. He will know who I'm talking about. He will know because he is a man who primarily dates black women. Okay, he dates black women, and which is fine. But I want y'all to understand that. Like I want y'all to understand that. So I was talking to him, right? He's a white guy, but I was talking to him. I think he's like 12 years older than me, so he was like 36. You know, he was alright. I was like, okay, you know, cool. We've talked before. I've turned him down. I'm like, okay. why not talking and see where it goes? Fuck it. And that's on me. I should have never done that. I should have never done that because I don't think I realized that first, but whatever. So we talk and I want to get rid of this. I fucking hate this damn tub. I need it to be a tub shower. That's what I need. So we're talking and he's cool at first. And I'm like, what's up? We've talked before, da da da. He goes like, yeah, we have. And you know, I talk, you know, I asked him how he's doing, I asked him like what he's been doing, da da da. I'm going to the gym, we're flirting a little bit, you know, and we're having an okay time. Okay. So after that, you know, I asked him, okay, so like what do you do for what do you do for fun? Like what shows and stuff do you into? I can't remember what he says, but I do know he said he likes shows and movies and shit. I'm like, all right, cool. I like shows and movies too. I tell him, I don't know if you heard, and we're at this point we're on voice messages, like we're sending voice messages over the phone. I tell him like, oh, I don't know if you like, you may be aware of the movie and the book, but like the show Interview with the Vampire is really really good. I highly recommend it. Da 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 da. And he goes to state how, yeah, I heard of it, but I don't like how they changed the Louis to a black man because that's not realistic to the time period. There was no such thing as a black pimp during during that era. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, have you even seen the show? He states, no, he doesn't. He states, no, he doesn't at all. And I'm already getting irritated because I'm just like, bro, I state to him, like, I want to be as respectful as possible. You are not a black man. You are not a black person. You are not a black gay. So it's a little different when you say that compared to it's a little different when you say that because unfortunately the world representation is catered to you. That is a fact. That is just it. It is catered to that. And actually, let me look it up. Look it up. Not a pinup. Sorry, I'm looking it up right now because I should have looked it up in the first place to correct him if they're due. Okay, I just looked it up. This nigga said there was no such thing in the 1790s of the Interview with a Vampire. And in actuality, there was. If we really want to talk about it, there was an actual such thing. I'm sorry, I just got excited. Okay, so I just looked it up. I know I was like, it was a little pause, but I just looked it up, and I remember him saying that in the 1790s, which is when Interview with a Vampire book and movie was made, he's saying that there was no such thing as black pimps during that age. When in actuality, there were actual black pimps. So what he means to say is that from his knowledge, he did not know, and I didn't know that either. I just had to look it up myself. So yes, there were such thing as black pimps during that era, so he can shut the fuck up. Period. But anyways, so he goes on to say there was no such thing. It's not realistic. That's why he doesn't like it. I don't like it. He doesn't like how he changed Louis to a black person. Da da da. I'm like, well, you haven't even seen the show. And my thing is like, it is art. And he goes to say that, you know, you can't just change a time period. You can't just change that. You can't just do that. You can't just change whoever the fuck you want in a book. And I'm like, yes, the fuck you can. Because at the end of the day, it is a art. And then he goes to say that, and I said, it's a story. And I'm like, he goes to say that storytelling is not an art. I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about? Storytelling has been an art since storytelling has existed. That is like, you can look that shit up yourself. Yes, it is an art, because if you look at the definition of what art is, it is a form of expression. What do stories do? It is a form of expression. That's what the fuck they do. So he needed to shut the fuck up. He was stupid as fuck. Anyways, then he go, and one of the, like, it wasn't even really that would irritate the fuck out of me. That I know I sound really irritated, but what would be so irritating about him is that he would use the excuse of, oh, like my generation, that's that. He goes to say that Interview with a Vampire is a new age show, and it wouldn't fly with his generation, like his generation mindset. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, bro, I've met niggas your age and they don't think like you. What are we talking about? I know niggas your age who do not think like you. You were the first person who thinks like you are the first person I met who's think like that. I'm not saying that's impossible. What I'm saying is that you do not speak for your whole generation, just like I do not speak for mine. Because here's the thing: what do you call people who come from a newer generation who likes old shit? They're not from that generation, but they like it. Is that a generational mindset? No, the fuck is not. No, the fuck is not. Because at the end of the day, I understand. Like we have to come to an understanding that okay. He grew up with Interview with a Vampire. It is different for him than me because he has a certain like value for Interview with a Vampire that I do not, because I did not grow up when Interview with a Vampire, the book and the movie, came out. Don't get me wrong. I could value it differently, right? It's like I'm growing up with Interview with a Vampire show, right? It's different. And so I'm not negating that. What I am saying is that, for example, I grew up with Avatar The Last Airbender, right? But then they came out with Legend of Korra a couple years later. I was older. I didn't really necessarily grow up with it. But I like it. I like The Legend of Korra. Would you state that as a fucking generational mindset? No, the fuck you wouldn't, because that is a preference. That is something I like. Okay, regardless of what generation you come from, you have your own likings. Like, don't get me wrong, I hate when people say that shit, because what it tells me is that you understand you think this way. You understand that. You're aware of this. But what you're doing is you're choosing to stay and think that way while using the excuse of coming from a quote-unquote certain generation to stay that way. When in actuality, you are choosing to do that. That is what's so irritating, right? Then he goes to say, oh, I'm the nicest asshole you'll meet. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean by that, bro? You're just at that point, you're just a genuine asshole. That's all you're saying. All you're saying is that you're a genuine asshole. That's all you're saying, bro. That's all the fuck you're saying. That's all you're saying. And so my thing is, bro, you sound stupid as fuck and you are stupid as hell. And then he wants to go to say like, oh, you're being, and don't get me wrong, I will say he was being more like, I guess, calmer. I was being like, I was charged, because I'm just like, you're calling a show Interview with a Vampire trash when you haven't even fucking seen it. Then we go into, he states that, you know, he liked the fact that in Little Mermaid they changed the girl into a black woman, and he grew up with that. And I'm just like, and then he does state that in the Interview with the Vampire, he says that he likes how they changed Claudia to a black girl. And I'm starting to see a pattern, because he also states in the Harry Potter show that, oh, he literally used the word disgusting that they changed Professor Snape to a black man. And so I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, it's 1 for 1, it's 2 for 2 for that you don't like a black man being like a man being changed to a black man, and two for two that you like it when a black woman is being changed. That's too many patterns. Okay, two for two is too many patterns for me. What are we talking about? I'm starting to see something. Okay. And I'm like, he states it because The Little Mermaid is a fantastical being. It's not a time period piece. Da, 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 da. I'm like, it is placed in a time period, but okay. And I'm like, but what about vampires? Vampires are a fantastical thing. That is a fantastical thing. That is not real. That is not real. Not only that, if we really want to talk about real, there were such thing as black pimps in the 1790s. Yes, there were. We can look it up, right? And I looked that shit up myself. So it's like, well, I'm not going to sit here and deal with the bullshit. Oh, I'm reading right now. Yep, in the 1890s. 1890s was the like first recorded history, but they did exist also in the 1790s. There's just not any records of it. Unfortunately, there's limited records of it, but they did exist. They've existed for a while. But anyways, so even him stating that, oh, they didn't exist during the time period of when the book Interview with a Vampire was made is invalid and fucking false. So anyways, fuck him. But yes, that is what was really irritating. And then he goes on to say like, okay, we talk about Star Wars. And I'm like, okay, so I understand not liking Star Wars because you just don't like the new implications, like you just don't like a lot of the shit that they added. But my thing is there are interesting things that were added into Star Wars, like because he goes to say that, oh, the whole entire Star Wars series is just trash now because of Disney. I'm like, pause. Disney's not the only one making, like, I mean, yes, they own Star Wars, but they're not the only like authors making Star Wars. Don't get me wrong, like people within Disney are making Star Wars stuff and fan fictions. It's like, nah, bro, like there's still some interesting shit. There's been more nuance added, if anything, to be honest. And personally, I was telling him, I was asking him, like, would you agree that there's no such thing as really like just black and white in a world? There's black and white, gray, so black, white, gray, yellow. There's so many different aspects of life. It's not always black and white. Black and white. Sometimes you know something, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you wish you knew something, sometimes you didn't. Like, there are moments in life where it's confusing. There are moments in life where it's just like you don't fucking know, and that's scary at times. So, yeah, no. Like, I would think, like, in a galaxy far, far away that niggas would be open to add nuance to subjects. Like, for example, I use the example of Luke Skywalker stating in one of the newer, like, Disney movies that, hey, the Jedi were wrong. That, to me, adds nuance to the Jedi because the Jedi were deemed in the earlier episodes before Disney took over as being all altruists, enlightened in all that and all right and all true, when in actuality their methods were of peace, but they had very flawed ways of doing certain things in political manners. Like, for example, they still didn't really do anything for slaves. They didn't do anything for slaves. They didn't really like alien species. Yes, they allowed them to be a Jedi if they had force sensitivity, but if they didn't, nah, they didn't really have any attitude towards them. You know what I mean? They wouldn't help other species or enslaved species because it didn't align with their values. These are the flaws I'm talking about. These are the things I'm talking about. And Luke's just stating that alone is a step forward to understanding and the reflection of the Jedi as an order, but also just as a Jedi in itself. So yes, that adds nuance to what it means to be a Jedi, or what it can mean to be a Jedi. Because there's no one like definition to define a Jedi, right? There is the base where Jedi come from, but then if you want to define yourself as a Jedi, you may not align with a lot of what the Jedi themselves as the order aligns with. For example, Ahsoka is one of those people. Ahsoka, she was a Padawan, but the way the Jedi fucked her over, she chose to step away and go her own path. And that may be some Jedi. So it's just like, This is what that's what I'm talking about by nuance. That's what I mean by nuance. And I feel like Star Wars has been doing that. Don't get me wrong, I agree with a lot of the criticisms. I'm not doubting that. But it was just him stating that the whole entire series in trash is that, oh, only true fans know the shit. Da da da. I'm like, bro, you're fucking trash. You're fucking trash. You're fucking shit. Like you're fucking shit. Fuck this. Like fuck you. Fuck this. Dead ass. Like fuck you and fuck this. Like it's really annoying. But I don't know why this nanny is still here. But that happened, and he was like, we can just agree to disagree. And I'm like, no, fuck all that agree to disagree shit. Fuck all that shit. Fuck all that agree to disagree shit. I'm just gonna let that shit go because fuck all that. Like you are obviously just not. You're not willing to be open minded. You're not willing to be open minded because here's the thing. I'm acknowledging what he's stating. What I mean by that is that I'm acknowledging that yes, if you just prefer things to be quote unquote accurate to the realist form of it in itself, then okay, that's fine. But let's not judge a show that you have no fucking idea about, that you don't want to know about, and say it's trash when you don't know what the fucking show is about. Like when you don't even know what the show in itself entails, because sometimes actually shows and movies can actually add more nuance and more detail to things that were not delved into in the fucking book or in the fucking manga. It happens all the time in TV shows and anime. It happens all the time. For example, Bleach is doing the thing right fucking now because when the manga was made, it didn't go into detail in certain aspects because of his health at the time. But now that Tite Kubo is in a better health and now behind the scenes, behind the show, it has become a lot more grounded and a lot more interesting because of that. And for manga readers, they're seeing the moments where they're seeing that added content and interesting nuance in there. So no, fuck you. I'm not denying that you can like a piece for what it is. But what I am saying is that you can shut the fuck up if you don't. You can shut the fuck up about a show you have no business of knowing. You have no business of knowing what the fuck it's about, and you don't want to know. So you can shut the fuck up about it. That's what I'm saying. You don't have the right to have you have the right to have an opinion, but just know your opinion is based off of an assumption. That's it. Which is, what is an assumption? An assumption is based off of things you have no fucking idea about. You have no proof to base it off of. You have no proof to base it off of. And if you do, it's very limited proof. You haven't seen the show. He hasn't seen the show. So anyways, and one of my pet peeves is people who don't people who are not open-minded to understand, to have reflection in their own mindset and open to try something different than what they're used to, right? I'm not saying like you have to do it all the time, but that's how we learn shit, is by doing things that we don't know. By doing and understanding things that may make us a little bit uncomfortable because we're new to it and we don't really know about it. But when we learn it, it could be fun. It could be more interesting. It could show you something that you weren't expecting, right? And I try to go into things without expectation as much as possible because, don't get me wrong, I'm human. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, babes. I make mistakes. I fuck up. I do my best. I do my best. And can she go, girl? Can she go? Please leave. Dismiss. Hold on. But yeah, I was having a conversation with them, and that was at the gym. And then after the gym, I was just like, okay, fuck that, bro. And I was talking to him. I called because at this point, doing all that conversation, we were in a call, and I was like, fuck all that. Like, I can't do the voice message because this ain't it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I was perfect in the whole thing. No, because I was over talking him. I was, and he kind of had to check me. So I'll definitely state that. I will admit that. I will definitely admit that. Do I feel sorry? No, the fuck I won't. No, the fuck I won't. And usually I try my best not to talk over people, but him, nah, bro, he's just sounding stupid as fuck. He is stupid as hell for those things. But that's not even like the crux of it all. So after we get done with that conversation, we just talk normally, as normal as possible after that. And in my head, I'm like, if I'm having a frustrated irritation conversation off of these simple subjects, I don't want to fuck this man. I don't want to have sex with this man. I don't want to be near this man because I know if it gets to deeper shit, you're not willing to budge. You're not willing to work with me, and that's okay. I'm good. I'm Gucci. I'm Coochie girl. I'm Coochie girl. All right. I'm regal. I'm regal. All right. I'm regal. So somehow we get to, and I'm finally back at home, and somehow we get to systemic racism. Now, guess what this nigga states? That shit ain't real. All right. Time to clock the fuck out. No, pack your fucking bags and get the fuck out, Raquel. That's what the fuck is time to do. Because ain't no way you just say that. Ain't no way you're stating that right now. Ain't no way this is real. Ain't no way those words came out your mouth. And that's not even the wildest shit he said. I'm about to get to that part. But I'm like, what the fuck do you mean it's not real? That shit is real as fuck. And he goes and states like, oh, what can you do that you can't do to me? I'm like, yeah, no, but that's not the point though. Like I understand the premise. The premise is that you and me are the same people, right? We're human. I love that mindset, but at the same time, in reality, on a societal manner, no. In a systematic manner, no. There have been plenty of, and I did my research. There are plenty of studies. There are plethora of studies to prove that systematic racism is a real thing. Whereas the opposite, there is barely any studies to really disprove that. Right now, there are arguments on the definition of systematic racism, but there are very, very minimal studies to disprove systematic racism is not a thing, right? And he goes on to state about a statistic about jail, about 85% of African Americans go to jail. And I'm like, do you know how many of them are probably innocent? Do you know how many black people get pulled over on the street for just being fucking black, just being brown? That is plenty. There are plenty of people, and I believe that are unrightfully jailed, right? So my thing is, I'm not gonna disprove his statistic because he gave me his statistics. He gave me the proof. I'm not gonna disprove that. I'm not gonna say that doesn't exist. No, it exists. It's there. It's out there. Absolutely. But I will also say when he also stated like when he sent it when he sent it is right after a certain point. But anyways. I'm sitting here, I'm like, ain't no way this is real. Like, bro, it's a real thing. It's like, you're not black, so you don't go through that. You don't go through systematic racism. You don't see that. You don't have to because the world is catered, like, at least the U.S., I can't speak the whole world, but I can say for the U.S., it is catered to you. It is catered to you, whether you understand that or fucking not, bro. Right? And I hope he sees this. No, I hope he hears me and hears the conviction and the conviction in my voice, because I want him to understand he is a bitch ass nigga. He is a bitch ass nigga that need to get his shit rocked. That's what the fuck he is. And anyways, I'm sorry. I got a lot out of my chest, bitch. I got a lot. Anyway, because what he states after this, he states, it's been some odd 100 years and black people still don't know how to get their act right. And when he said that, I'm like, did this man just say that? No. And he dates primarily black. No, he only dates black women and trans people. This nigga really said that. And I sat here for a good 2 seconds and I asked him, what party are you for? He said moderately conservative. That explained everything. And I was like, it really glued everything together when he said that. I was like, okay. So thank you for your conversation, but fuck you in this bullshit conversation. You have a nice day. Bye. That's exactly what I said. And after I said that, he proceeded to text me and he sent me the stats. And that's when he sent me the stats. And he proceeds to go saying that you shouldn't my advice is don't judge a person by their don't judge a person's intelligence by their, don't assume a person's intelligence by their political party. And I didn't assume shit. If you're hearing this, I didn't assume shit. I made a judgment based off of what the fuck was given to me. And if you want to look up what a judgment is, look that shit up right the fuck now. That's what I want you to do. Look up what the word judgment means. Because I didn't assume anything. I didn't pull shit out my fucking ass like he did with fucking Interview with a Vampire. I understand he has knowledge over the fucking original piece, but he doesn't have knowledge over the show in itself. So it's like you are judging a book by its cover without even fucking giving it a chance. So, okay, fuck you. Alright, anyways, but I'm not pulling shit out my ass like him. I'm actually making a judgment off of who he is based off of what was given to me. And my thing is, I never physically talked to him, but I had a conversation with him. Yes, I did, over the phone. And he felt like, I think it's unfair. I think it's unfair that you're not giving me a chance, basically. That's what he felt like it's unfair that I hadn't even met him and that I would he said, you would probably like really fuck with me if you met me in person. I'm like, no the fuck I wouldn't. Bitch, I want to punch you. That's what the fuck I would want to do. I would want to punch you. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be surrounded by somebody who makes me want to punch them. I'm good. Like I say, I want to punch somebody on a metaphorical sense because I'll be playing, because they be irritated in a playful way. But he is an asshole in a way where it's just like, he's an asshole all the time. And the way he's the asshole is not my cup of tea. Right? I'm not saying that like none of my friends are assholes. No, sometimes we could be assholes to each other, but the way they are assholes is not the same way. It's not like that. Like I don't roll like that because I don't deal with shit like that. I'm good. That shit is for the birds and for some other people, not for me. I'm not saying other people are worse than me. No, I'm just saying I'm not compatible. And I stated to him because because after our conversation, he continued to text me. I didn't respond back. He continued to text me. He talked about the advice. And I wanted to respond, but I held myself back because I'm like, no. I'm not finna write this fucking thesis of a page to him about his dumbass comment saying, oh, you're assuming my intelligence by my motherfucking political party. No, the fuck I'm not. I'm not assuming. Look up what the word assuming means, dumbass. And then come back to me because I didn't assume shit. I based my judgment off of what was given to me. What was given to me is that one, you tend to generalize your mindset on a different subject, on the subjects that we talked about, off of a quote unquote generational mindset. Then we go into how you believe that systematic racism is not a thing, when in actuality it is a thing. And not only that inadvertently does pertain to me because I am a black man. So it's like, I'm a black gay man at that. So I don't know how I should feel around you about that because you are a white man. So it's like, I don't really want to fuck with a man like you if you're like that. And I'm not going to bash people who do. I'm not finna do that. Because I understand we all have our moments where we mess with people that we know is not right for us. And I'm sorry, we had this on pause. Because we've all had it. We've all had it. I've done it. And I might do it another time in my lifetime. Who knows? But the point of the matter is, I refuse to mess with that man. I refuse to mess with him. I refuse to mess with him. And I want y'all to understand, this was on Grindr. So, it was on Grindr. And I have it stated on my Grindr page that, yes, I want a hung man. A hung or BWC man. I have that stated. Yes, I do. I have that stated on my profile. Y'all can look that shit up too. My name's Red. You know what I mean? Okay, I have that stated. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like, oh, no. I'm gonna pull my shit out myself because I don't want nobody to be like, oh, you got this, you got that. No. I'll read off what I got on my page right the foot now. Right the foot now. Hold on. Right the fuck now. I'm pulling out my Grindr profile right now. Cause okay. It states no hookups, looking for a hung or BWC dates or something more. Either way, one is fine. If you're a blank page, you can leave respectfully. Either show your face or leave. I'm a hung bottom. Thick guys with big dicks are fire. That's what it states. That's what it states on that bitch. On my bitch, okay? On my profile. That's exactly what it states. So, that's what it states on my shit. Okay? And that's what it says on my profile. He states he wants a trans woman. But after he stated that, I just didn't want to listen to that man because he's stupid as fuck. That's what he is. He's stupid as hell. And I just believe and understand. Because here's the thing. When he stated that, systematic racism isn't a thing, I was like, okay, let me do my own research. Like, I know I have a bias towards believing and understanding and knowing for a damn fact that it is a thing. But I'm like, let me just entertain this idea and see if he actually has any validity. And I did, and I understand that no, like there is a such thing as systematic racism. Girl, I might just do a cheat, girl. Yeah, no, fuck this, because I'm not actually doing the challenge. So, bitch, I'm playing a game how the fuck I want. So, create friends is crazy. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, like that happened and that shit was so irritating because I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about? Am I crazy? And I know I'm not crazy because it's real. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. All this shit is like embedded. All the things that black people went through in history, it didn't just wash away. No, it's been ingrained in our system. It's been ingrained in the system, and that's a fact. That's a full blown fact in many facets. So, anyways, yeah, that was an interesting encounter. Fuck him. Yeah, if he's hearing this, fuck him. I hope, I hope and pray that man. I hope he gets what he deserves. I hope that's what he deserves. Hold on. Okay. Anyways, yeah, no. So that's what happened with him. I hope he hears every word. I hope he feels every word that I'm saying. I do, cause that shit is irritating, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, oh, he better than, like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, like, I'm not trying to get this shit under my skin. No, it went under my skin, and I'm taking that shit right the fuck out, right the fuck out, because fuck all that. No, no, fuck all that, fuck all that. He's not better than me, and I'm not better than him. But what I am gonna say is that, bro, you need to get your shit rocked. That's what the fuck you need. But yes, that was the time. Can I age these bitches up? I can. Ugh. All right. But I mean, I think that's gonna end the episode for today. I thank y'all for tuning in. I know I'll be doing my thing. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful day. Love